And wind on the extreme outside. Innovator looking to close this out after 3/4 in 1 minute 13.38 seconds. 1 furlong still in front of Innovator. Golden Afternoon coming with a charge. Built is also moving up between horses. Disco Time on the outside. Magnitudes in tight quarters. Maximum Promise toward the inside. It's still Innovator. Here's Built, and on the outside, Disco Time for Florent Giroux. Disco Time! Disco Time! Disco Time getting up in the Lecomte Stakes.
Disco Time pulling out the moves to take out last year's running of the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes out at the fairgrounds. Inclement weather was enough to slow down that late roll for the finish line. I'll tell you what, Matt, could be bigger and better things ahead. The Disco Time has always shown plenty of promise. We know the upside is there and the good times continue to roll. So with the form lines being so strong out of this race going into the next season, how do we expect it to play out this weekend?
Well, to your point, these are names that we're all very familiar with. Maybe none of them went on to win the Kentucky Derby, but you see a couple of Preakness winners there in Oxbow and War of Will. I think this is a fairly decent group put together in this weekend's Lecomte. I don't know that it's an exceptional one, but it's too early to really definitively say one way or the other. My key takeaway, and it's going to be, to each their own. When you go through and handicap these races, we all have to come to our own conclusions. The local prep for this race was the Gun Runner, which was won by Chip Honcho, but there was about a 4-way blanket across the racetrack, and I thought they were all swimming at the end of that race. I don't want any one of those horses. So you're basically, for me anyway, I'm throwing out the 4-1 morning line favorite, the 9-2 second choice. We're taking a look at the Gun Runner right now. Dubs, this race to me, this is not sort of indicative of a spirited finish. They all wanted to get there and win. I don't want to take anything away from them. They've all got the will to win. They're all trying. But my goodness, they are tired puppies. They're going up and down at the end of this race. And I think they're all going to be catching much, much different animals here on Saturday as far as quality is concerned.
Chip Honcho, big winner here out of the Gun Runner. We'll be trying to roll it back this Saturday afternoon. In terms of the pace scenario, well, it certainly looks to have the distance handled from that last effort. May look to go forward in this one. And looking at this board, the morning line tells us, Matt, we don't know. We don't know who the horse is to beat. It could be wide open, and that's what you want to see at this point of the season. So who would you be looking for at a bit of a price?
I like Golden Tempo. Now, I don't know that the 8-1 is going to stick. And to be fair, the morning line is a thankless job. I don't want to bash that. I have a funny feeling this tote board is going to look totally different than the morning line would indicate. But you saw the spot shadow on Golden Tempo swinging for home. This is a horse that didn't have a good start, but it wasn't a bad start either. Just a little bit on the slow side. Going 6 furlongs with a pedigree that top and bottom is distance, distance, distance. Curling on top. Carumba, she was a graded stakes winner going 9 furlongs in New York. And you take a look at this horse really extend through the wire. The gallop out was strong. That was at 6 furlongs on debut for Cherie DeVaux, a trainer that doesn't point to winning immediately out of the box. I think the fact that he won, in spite of the fact that the connections typically take their time with runners, I think that bodes well for him going forward. He's probably going to be about half the number on that morning line. My guess is 7-2, 4-1. But I like Golden Tempo in this race.
20% win rate there from your trainer, having that first shot at the route. So Golden Tempo could be golden at a price coming up this weekend. The Kentucky Derby prep season, as seen here on FanDuel TV, we'll get through the Lecomte out of the Big Easy. Then we get across to Gulfstream Park for the Holy Ball. Same weekend, we'll have the Southwest and the Withers out there in New York as well. 20 points going towards the winner, Matt. That is going to catapult a lot of these horses into the conversation of being one of the names to watch out for the further we get into 26.